There's some huge change unfolding, and somebody feels like they're not ready for it, or they don't want to see somebody else move on or change something. Maybe this is you feeling this way, or somebody could be feeling this way about you. But I got this song, Victim of Changes by Judas Priest, in my meditation, and it came through pretty loud, and I actually sang it the whole song through as I was reading the lyrics. I spared you from that. Thank you everyone who said, oh, it's fine when you sing, it comes from a place of your spirit, of your soul. You're sweet, but I'm not going to break your eardrums, especially not with this one, because this got some high notes in it, okay? So I sang the whole thing by myself, but I wanted to hear the melody, and I wanted to understand what the lyrics were all about. And the lyrics are talking about someone moving on with someone else, okay? So this could be something that is happening for you, or you're witnessing it with someone else. Now, this doesn't have to be about a relationship. It could be that you're moving on to a different chapter of your life, and everybody's kind of looking around and being like, what's going on? Where's your attention? Why aren't you here anymore? Why aren't you present? Yeah. So I feel like somebody is looking at you as something they missed an opportunity with, or they should have treated you better, or this could be you looking at someone else like this. Because I'm reading the lyrics here. Once she was beautiful, once she was fine, once she was beautiful, once she was mine. It's almost as if somebody is seeing your beauty as something that they once had the opportunity to be around and to have. This could even be in a workplace situation. It's like someone's, you quit, you put your 2 weeks in, you gave your notice, or your mind is elsewhere, you're tracking a different project, you're on to something else. Even a client could be thinking this, and your energy has gone somewhere else. You've changed, and somebody else feels like they're suffering because of that change, victim of changes. It could have been that somebody first changed, they did the change, they picked up something new or someone new, or they decided to switch tracks on you all of a sudden, and you decided after a little bit of time, you know what, I'm gonna also change, but they didn't anticipate that or expect that. Yeah, I feel like somebody didn't see that you could have other connections, more powerful connections. Okay, now this song opens up with "Whiskey Woman, don't you know that you're driving me insane?" And I feel like somebody here is dulling their emotions or slipping into some kind of, I was looking at this shaman, maybe some kind of shamanic state, or like trance-like state, not in a spiritual sense, maybe pseudo-spiritual sense, but there's some kind of escapism going on to avoid dealing with the very confronting issues. Now, if this all resonates with you, then I suggest you listen to the song, even if you don't like metal, classic rock, whatever you want to classify this hard rock, I don't know, this genre as, because I feel like the melody of it and the music behind it is quite powerful. Okay, so there might be something in there for you that hits you on a kind of more vibrational level, a frequency level that words really, I can't really give to you, but that music can. Okay, so music is so powerful when it comes to channeling energy and channeling messages. I'm also hearing channeling spirits. But to roll back a little bit, and there is some kind of rollback in the energy. It's like somebody's rolling their mind back to when they were around you, or when you were fully invested, or when they saw you for the first time kind of thing, or worked with you for the first time, or saw all your potential. It's like they're finding themselves in that energy space now, okay? And it almost feels like it's very lucid for them. So originally what I was planning to do was, what's one thing you need to know about yourself, one thing you need to know about someone else. I think we've kind of covered that, but we'll get some cards out to see. And what's one thing that you need to know about your environment. Okay, so let's see what you need to see. Yeah, and I'm just seeing on the side here, because I looked up the lyrics. 1976 could be a significant year for someone. The album is Sad Wings of Destiny. And I'm just seeing some other songs that they're suggesting here on this side. And Beyond the Realms of Death is standing out for me. I mean, we are under the Scorpio new moon, which reminds me I am going to get to the sign-specific readings next week. I'm going to try to work with the Scorpio energy for all of the signs in this new moon energy. But I felt guided to do this first. Beyond the Realms of Death. Yeah, it's like something is closing out. But the memory persists beyond the realms of death. I'm seeing these two cards flipped over. The diviner, divine timing, evaluation, and the catalyst, radical changes, victim of changes, taking control. Well, I feel like you've come to the decision that now's the time to take control. Now's the time for radical change in your life. Some of you are launching a course or a workshop series or maybe a YouTube channel. Like you're launching something though. You've evaluated everything carefully and it is divine time for it, the alchemist. This is going to create a big shift in your life. Okay? And I'm also, just as my eyes went to the screen, I'm seeing she doesn't see me anymore. Now changes have come over her body. She doesn't see me anymore. It's so hard not to sing it when I read it. Yeah, somebody feels like, it doesn't matter what your gender is, somebody feels like you don't see them anymore because you're very busy with what you're doing. And maybe that's true. Maybe that's the case. For some of you, this doesn't have to be about like a person from the past. It could be even like a spirit guide or something like that, where you're not really communing anymore, or a certain kind of magical path you were taking, and it's like, where did collective go? They don't see me anymore. So let's get into the cards and see what's going on. So what do you need to know about yourself? Make space for change. Yeah, I'm telling you, this change theme is huge. Okay, so you are changing. Number 2, High Priestess energy. Okay, let's see. What do you need to know about someone else? Could be anyone. Could be a group of people. Let's see. What do you need to know about this person that you're thinking about? Ooh, abracadabra, which is a little bit of a forbidden word in some circles. Someone might be nervous to say something. They feel like it's forbidden. Speaking something into existence, speaking something into reality. The word has been spoken. Okay, let's see. What do you need to know about the current energies and the environments around you? We have 2, 3. Grow your wishes, tell a new story, and grow wild. These dandelions. There's one wish that's kind of fallen by the wayside. So you've changed your mind on something. Something you wished for in the past, you no longer wish for. Fair enough, I feel. Tell a new story and grow wild. Something was too tame for you. Yeah. There is something about, like, this song talking about someone's waking up to their own potential, okay? And I feel like that's what's going on here. You're telling a new story about who you are and who you want to become, who you are becoming. And there's something a little bit untamed about your new story. I'm hearing you're not kept. For some of you, you're breaking from some kind of financial contract, some golden handcuffs, or maybe it's a relationship that was sustaining you in some way, but now you're breaking free of that. I've had enough. I've had enough. Good God, pluck me. That's what I'm seeing there. Pluck you. Yeah, it's like you've asked Spirit to pluck you out of this situation. Pluck this wish away that I used to have, and let's enter a new story. Let's grow wild. Some of you could be singers or musicians or just audiophiles. It feels like you're asking Spirit to give you messages and songs. Okay, they're coming. Look at the song title. They're coming. Let's see. Now I'm going to pull on each of these to get more clarity. Clara could be a name. To get more clarity before I start reading fully. Let's go. I'm hearing let's go. Okay. What do you need to know about yourself? I'm hearing dear one, like maybe someone called you dear a lot. This could be someone who passed, dear one, but I'm also seeing a deer when I say that. Deers have amazing resilience. The spy masters flipped over. Knowledge and distrust. I was saying a deer who can survive the winter and that you see in the spring is one who you shouldn't doubt its own resiliency. Don't doubt their resiliency. So you could have, or somebody else, take it however it resonates, someone really withstood a harsh environment, a harsh period of time, and somebody has been watching that. Okay? From a distance, they've been seeing you go through it, waiting to see if you would come out the other side. This could even be your higher self. I don't know. You got to place it where it goes. But somebody has been watching to see if you would be able to survive something. And you did. And not only did you survive it, you're thriving. You're launching. Okay? So let's get a card out for you, though. What is it that you need to know? Did this just flip back up? Okay, I'll leave it out. Is there another card? Thank you. Some of you were checking up on someone a lot. Yeah, I'm calling you out. Okay, not all of you, but you were checking up on somebody and you stopped. Okay? The winds of change have arrived. You're no longer pulled to do that anymore. Okay? And Spirit's acknowledging that it's time for that change. You know, that's part of your change of energy. Son of a... I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb, and the spam called. It said likely spam. Interrupted me. Just as I was talking about the environment. And the card that came out, I don't know when it cut off, but the cartographer came out for the environment. So there's likely spam in your environment, okay? And maybe you need to shut some things out. Do not disturb. You know, create some me time for yourself. I had a wonderful time last night with myself. I'm very talkative today. I hope you don't mind. But I just power watched a TV show, and I haven't done that in ages. And I just Netflixed and chilled in my own bed, and I was like, this is fun. My own bed, as if I'm in multiple. Anyway, let's get into it. This is part of the energy. Well, let's get into it. Someone could say something and it's taken the wrong way. Maybe it's this abracadabra. Okay. 3 of Cups. Yeah. What's with this energy? Okay. What you need to know. Make space for change, the Walker, the unknown journey, and the Page of Pentacles. Well, this is a new journey for you. This is one in which you're going to learn quite a bit, and you bring some skills to this. This is what you're launching. Page of Pentacles is the student card. And here you have a halo over your head. So you ask God, good God, pluck me, pluck this wish I have and blow it into the ethers, pluck this dandelion, blow the wish, and make it come true. And I feel like Spirit listened to you. This is an alpaca. Didn't we have that? Who had that? Aries? Was it Aries, the alpaca emperor? Something like that. There could be Aries energy that's significant, but Aries is all about, I'm hearing domination. That's not what I was going to say, but that's what came through. Identity. Maybe it's about the way it's coming through now. It's Spirit saying, whatever Aries energy you've been up against or you've been working with within yourself, wherever it is in your chart, and we have all signs in our chart, it's like a pie chart, 12 houses, each sign rules a house. It's been dominating your identity. So what is it for you? What is Aries rule for you? Your 6th house of routine and health, your 7th house of relationships, your 8th house of transformation and occulted esoteric topics, hidden secrets. 1st house, 2nd house, money, finances, resources. What is it that Aries rules for you? Or do you know an Aries? Because it's been dominating your identity in some sense. And I feel like that's what's changing. That vibe, that energy, I don't know, is there a planet in Aries right now? I don't think so. Am I wrong? Whatever's been dominating your energy there is about to change. It's about to move over, I'm hearing. Let me just look, see if I can pull up the astrology real quick. Is there? Chiron is in Aries. Neptune is close, but no cigar. Interesting. Chiron in Aries has been ruling your life, or not ruling your life, but dominating your identity. So Chiron is about the wounded healer, which is a beautiful and powerful symbolic placement in our charts that tells us where our wound is, where our biggest wound is, and how we can thrive from healing that wound. Whatever our wound is, we become if we can become a master of that wound, then we're able to help others with a similar wound. Okay, so Chiron has been in Aries, and that's been dominating your identity in a sense. And I feel like that's what's changing. Make space for change. The walker, the unknown journey. Now you don't know what's coming up again. I heard. Interesting. What you're also coming up against, but you don't know what's coming up now because you're not dealing with an old wound anymore. Okay? Something could be coming up again, but it's not a wound. You could be coming up against something, but it's not a battle. It's a contender, I'm hearing. Okay? This is, let me know how this reading is resonating, if you feel guided. Okay. Anything else I need to, I was going to pull one of these cards. So, light or shadow? Let's pull both. What do you need to know about yourself? Transform. Yeah, you're transforming. You're in that stage, okay? You're making space for that transformation. The Spy Master's off on the side. You might be seeing crows a lot. Or turkeys. You might not trust someone's presence around you. Okay, let's see the shadow here. What's going on? What do you need to know about yourself? Internal transformation. So regardless of what's going on in your external world, you're changing jobs, you're in a new relationship, you're leaving a relationship, you're launching something, etc., the real transformation is happening within. And did the music stop? It did. The real transformation is happening within. Let me see. Any other lyrics here? I'm seeing get up, get out. You know you really blew it. Someone doesn't get any more chances. Maybe you gave them more than second chances. They don't get any more. Or an aspect of yourself, you were going to say, okay, well, I'll roll with this part of me a little bit longer and see if it serves me. But now you realize it doesn't. An internal transformation. You've learned something. It's guided. And it's happening. I'm hearing that song, Turn the Beat Around. Okay. What do you need to know about someone else? Someone is very Neptunian right now. Someone is very connected to their subconscious mind in a way where it's easy for them to fantasize or to even lucid dream. Someone is practicing a lot of divination or magic, or allowing themselves to slip into some kind of altered state. This could be a metaphor, right? Somebody's doing something kind of, I'm hearing uncanny and a little bit strange. They're trying to feel their way through a situation, feel their way through the energy. They're using it as a lighthouse. But I'm seeing this in the hot air balloon, right? It's almost like it's just hot air. It's as if somebody could take some tangible steps to do something, but instead they'd like to slip into this escapist or fantasy or divinatory space without really grounding or making anything happen. They're definitely looking for direction. But I feel like they're getting more and more confused as they go. You see all these clouds in the mind. And then the next card here is the Smith, overthinking and taking action. See, it's as if they're preferring to overthink a situation so they don't need to take action. I don't know who this is for everyone. But see, look, they're watching you transform. This is you, the Page of the Page of Pentacles, and they're coming through as the Knight of Wands, but look how they're looking at you. And you're looking up. And I know what you're looking up at because it's coming through in the environment. It's the star. You're looking up at the stars, your destiny, a path, something that feels guided to you. You feel more interconnected with the universe, and somebody's looking over at you. Overthinking. Now, what about the word, Spirit? Because there is something about like they wanted to say something, or they're saying something. I don't know, are they chanting? What are they doing? The world. They're speaking things into the energy field, into the world. This could be someone writing things that are really cryptic to you online, or they're trying to spellcast in a way by writing you sending you things. This is very strange energy. Okay, let me see. The High Priestess. See what I mean? It's very secretive. It's very hidden. It's very I don't want to use the word spiritual, energetic. They're a form of communication, what they're doing. They could also be trying to escape to stop overthinking, but it's having the opposite effect. Whatever they're doing, they're avoiding taking action. Okay, I'm going to pull out some of these cards, see if we get more specific here. This card's really guiding me. It's just kind of sticking out. Chained. Okay, let's pull one more since that was kind of already sticking out. Chiron. Whoa. All right, so that, like I said, Chiron is something that you're detaching from. It was dominating your identity, maybe someone else's identity, but you're transforming out of that. They are chained to the domination of their identity by their wounds. Their wounds are dominating their identity, and they're chained to that. They can't get out of that. Whoa. Now, Knight of Wands is a card that takes action. They don't just stand there. So before I pull a shadow card out, can you tell me more about why the Knight of Wands is showing up? Why wands as the energy? Why the wand? Two of Cups. I heard right away it's because it's what they think you want. Maybe you would like this person to take some kind of action in their own life, in your life, away from you, towards you. I don't know, but you want them to do something, okay? And then they're showing up like, okay, I am going to do something. Maybe you just feel this energetically, or they're saying that to you, but they don't. Also, I'm getting that this person feels like taking action towards connection, Two of Cups, to making things right. Right away, my eyes went to the lyrics, but she won't find no new connection. And then the next line is Two of Cups, right? Takes another drink or two. Things look better when she's through. Somebody might feel like, regardless of how you're moving on and how you're transforming, that, well, let me double check. Seven of Cups. Oh, this is kind of projection. It's like they think that on one hand, they know you're moving on and you're transforming and you're shifting and you're changing, and they feel like a victim of the change, right? But on the other hand, they're projecting or thinking like they're not actually going to do anything, or it's not going to get them very far. Takes another drink or two, Seven of Cups. Things look better when she's through, when she's confused, or, change the genders. However, I'm just going with the lyrics. Yeah, and trying to find your way through life, trying to find a new connection, but she won't find no new connection. Okay, so somebody is very concerned and they're not thinking clearly. They're in fantasy land, is what I want to say. And they're projecting all kinds of things onto you, but I don't even feel like you're receiving them. Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is more like somebody having a whole relationship conversation thing play out in their own mind with you while you're off just living. It reminds me of a video I saw. I think the channel's name is Freya. I don't know. Is she Icelandic? I don't know. It's like a spiritual kind of channel. She does like little short videos. Maybe you've seen her. It doesn't matter if you haven't, but Freya could be significant. She did a video I saw, and I don't watch her videos, but they pop up all the time. And it was about resentment. And it's coming to my mind now. It could be that somebody has some kind of resentment about you or a situation, and they're just living in that resentment while you are not. And they may be addicted to this resentment at some level because it stops them from needing to take action. They're chained to Chiron, to their wounds. Interesting. Okay. Let's find out more about the environment. I feel like, I don't know where we're going to go after this, but we'll see. Grow your wishes, tell a new story, grow wild. Okay, and then we have the cartographer, a crossroads, exploration with the star. See, there's a big emphasis in this reading that Spirit is supporting you. You've asked Spirit to help you out, and they are, okay? The universe is here helping you out. Your consciousness is awaking. You're doing all the things, and you're finding some direction, or you will. It's an exploratory direction, though. It's not one with a promise at the end. There are no promises here, other than that there's a promise that there are no promises. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so you need to go forth with a sense of adventure and excitement and trust in yourself that whatever change may come will help you grow in this lifetime. The journey is 100% not defined right now because it's partly internal and you don't know where you're transforming exactly, but Spirit is supporting it. And there is something that's going to go grow wild in you. It's not farmed, it's not conditioned, it's not produced, it's going to be wild. Okay? There's something that cannot be engineered within you. And this is the direction you're moving in is helping grow that wilderness within you. Okay? The wild. So I don't understand though. Okay, well, let me just finish this off because I'm not understanding why this person who's chained to Chiron is showing up if you're already, well, maybe you are at a crossroads and this person's energy has something to do with the crossroads. But let's find out more here. Grow up. I love that because we have grow your wishes and then grow up. So that's like your wishes that you have, grow your wishes, are wishes that are more in alignment with who you are. Maybe the wishes that you're letting go of, that you no longer want to come true, are wishes from a past you, from a wounded inner child. And you've since grown up from that experience, from that wish, from that time. And Spirit wants you to recognize that your manifestations, your desires, your direction, your journey is one of accountability, responsibility, and alignment, which doesn't mean it's not going to be adventurous, exciting, and full of wonderment. It can be those things too. But there's a certain level of maturity that you have now that you didn't before. Right. And that's what, healing the wound of Chiron is also about. It's about growing up. Okay, let's see the shadow force. This card's kind of sticking out, but I'm going to pull another one too. Another layer. You're understanding the complexity of life. Another layer of life. Another layer of yourself, of the environment I'm hearing. Lying to myself. So you've really dispelled some kind of illusion. I'm seeing a veil. It's like there was a veil over reality that you could peek through from time to time and see what's on the other side, but you preferred to kind of keep reality at a little bit of a distance because there was something difficult to deal with there. Do you know what I'm saying? And now you realize I have to take accountability, I have to accept, I have to grow up and stop lying to myself about something. So I want to know, what were you lying to yourself about? If I can get that. Maybe it's very specific for each of you. I don't know. We'll see what comes through. 5 of Cups. Oh. Well, this is a state of misery and disappointment. Maybe abandonment for some of you. This is the Chiron wound. This is feeling like your past has defined your future. It's feeling like you've missed an opportunity. It feels like there's a lot of sorrow, remorse, regret. And there's something you told yourself that you needed to stay loyal to those feelings, or you needed to hold those feelings close. You needed to, I don't know, hold on. Well, what did you need to do with these feelings? I feel like it's almost like you were telling yourself that you were really miserable and that life was against you, or that someone was against you, or that everything, I don't know, something couldn't be helped or transmuted or transformed. And you're realizing like that was a big lie. I can 100% do that. So let's see. Judgment. Yeah, it's an awakening that you've had. It's a realization that you don't need to be attached to the 5 of Cups, your own 5 of Cups energy, or someone else's Chiron wound. You don't need to be attached to that. You don't need to take that energy on. You can wake up, grow up from that energy. Which doesn't mean that it's bad to always feel disappointment, regret, and despair and grief. I mean, it's life. We're humans. We're going to feel that. And sometimes those feelings are very purposeful for us, full of information. But there's something here where you're realizing, you know what? There's another layer to myself, or to this life, or to my situation. And I want to see that layer. I want to get rid of that veil of illusion and awaken to what's really there. So the environment is here for your awakening, for you to grow up and grow wild. And the lie that you were telling yourself, whatever that was, it's a conditioned lie. You know, it's like somebody supported that lie, told you, don't believe in yourself, or you're never going to have anyone again, or whatever it is for you. You know, this job is the best job you can have, even though you're miserable and you're never going to have a better job. You know, that was something that has been conditioned into you. And you began believing that lie too and telling it to yourself. And now you're awakening that that's not reality. This person here that's showing up in your reading is probably a manifestation of that lie that you believed in at some point. You know, this person matches the energy of disappointment and despair and grief. And maybe you need to look at them as that for you, as a representation of something that you used to feel or you used to go through, and you're now shifting out of that energy. Now, alternatively, this person, whoever this is, could also be trying to influence you or pull you back, or you're feeling their energy in some sense. And Spirit's trying to show you how you are able to disconnect from that, and that you are meant to disconnect from that, really. This person, whoever it is, they're very complicated. Okay, I can feel that. And maybe that's what the lie was too. You were trying to find out the layers and layers of who this person is, or, you know, is there something I'm not seeing? Is there something deeper? And there, of course, there is that. Sure. But what? The moon. But it's nothing you're ever going to get to or find out for yourself. It's going to remain in the shadow, in the illusion. You know? Yes, there are more layers. But are you meant to see them? No. Not right now. Okay? Some of you resonate deeply with this person, whoever it is. Maybe they hurt you, maybe they didn't, I don't know. But there's a familiarity you have with them. They mirror something back to you, okay? So I'm hearing something untouchable. What they mirrored up back to you is that you needed to grow up. And you saw that through this relationship, connection, situation. You saw that. I need to get my ish together, or I need to grow up, or I need to, you know, take the high road, or I need to do this. And that's what this person really showed you. And what you're showing them as well. Whether you mean to or not, the devil, yeah, you're showing them the shadow, their shadow, and they showed you yours. Okay? So, the Hermit, yeah, this is a very important and deep, soul-shifting situation, experience, person, whatever it is that's in your life or was in your life, in your energy. Because they pointed to parts of you that were still chained and attached to your Chiron wound and said, you know what, we can heal this. We don't have to live like this. We can grow from this. We can grow up from this and accept the great unknown, mysterious adventure that's coming our way. That was their purpose. And I feel like that's what you did, the Hangman. You began to see a new perspective. And you may have had to sacrifice, well, you did. You sacrificed a lot of things in order to grow. Okay, I feel like I need a closing message. I don't know, maybe I should do an extended on this energy. No. Well, let's ask, should I do an extended? I don't know. 6 of Pentacles. Well, that's, I guess, that's a yes. The Hierophant. The Fool. Let me just... I'm undecided about that. I really don't know, Spirit. I feel this resistance. Forgotten. Yeah, I'm going to leave it just because I'm so ambivalent about it. I feel like I'm not sure, so I don't want to do it. Okay. So just trust that Spirit gave you all you needed right here, right now, and there's no extended. You don't need to know anything more at this moment in time. Okay, so I'm going to pull one last card as a closing card, and then that's it. Okay. Yeah, let's read from this book. It's so beautiful. Okay. Closing message for the collective. Thank you guys for all your support too, your donations, your super things, just being here, all the things you do. You know, it's so much more than I could have ever asked for, really. Share your bounty. Thank you for sharing your bounty. Yes, including your energy, just being here. And bear the truth. Okay. I feel like I'm going to read Bear the Truth. All right. Number 17 and number 5. Bear the Truth is in alignment with the star card. Look, they look very similar. And they're both number 17. So let's see. In one creation story, Eve ate fruit from the tree of knowledge. Knowledge and its cousin, experience, is where you gather your wisdom and learn your truth. Truth is your superpower when used consciously, diligently. If you're willing to be transparent with it, your truth can lift you from mind prison and deliver you into your own Garden of Eden, where you'll grow wild, right? Speak your truth, even if the words cut as they escape your throat. They have the power to kill what needs to die, to shape what needs to change, and to separate that which is healthy from that which has become detrimental. Now is the time to bear your truth. Trust that it will attract what aligns with you, repelling what no longer belongs. How beautiful and simple it is. All right. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.